Hi, my name's David, and for those of you who may or may not know me, I am the administrator for a site called Parent Nook and Parent Nook Forums. However, if you are familiar with the sites at all, you will also be aware that the sites have been down for quite some time. There's been some issues with the hosting company that does it. They were not, I guess, overjoyed with some of the content on it, although the content was not adult themed. They seem to think it was, and that's fine. I can respect that. So what we're going to start doing now, and this might actually be better, is we're going to start addressing your parenting and relationship issues via video. So what's going to happen is you're going to submit a question, a problem, a scenario, whatever it is, or even something you want to just make a statement on for yourself on parenting. As you see, there are other parenting videos on this site. What you're going to do is submit that to the email address lovemywifeforlife@gmail.com. That's LUV. Well, you know what? I'll post it at the end of the video. It's going to be difficult for you to scribble it down now. But at the end of this video, you will see the email address. Submit your question, your scenario, whatever it happens to be. And yes, that's a dog. Submit whatever it is, your question. Let's say, how do you overcome cheating? Submit that to the email, and then what will happen is your email will be read to our parenting team. Now, what our parenting team is, it's a group of individuals just like myself or anybody else. They're average people. Nobody has an agenda. Nobody's looking at a political viewpoint around. These are real people with real answers. We will come up with a consensus of how the issue should be addressed. Then probably myself will come back onto the video. We will read the question again. How do I overcome my boyfriend cheating on me, or how do I overcome my wife cheating on me, or whatever it happens to be. However, it's a parenting issue. What do I deal with a tantrum from my 2-year-old? Anyway, whatever the question is, we will come up with a consensus with our parenting team. Again, these are just plain individuals like you and me. Nobody has an agenda. Nobody's going to be trying to support a cause or anything else. It's just people that are just going to answer your questions and give their opinion on what you should do with the issue. So if it's let's say again, it's cheating. Let's say, okay, well, I think you should work it out between you, or I think you should, leave the person. They've been unfaithful. They have no respect for the relationship. If it's an issue with a parenting issue, then you know what? I think you need to do this. I think you need to give them a timeout. I think you need to sit them down and talk. Whatever it is, and it won't be my opinion. It will be a group opinion. I may not actually even agree with the opinion, but it will be a consensus of our parenting team, and we will come up with your answers. Okay, so submit your question to the email address that will be at the end of this video, and then watch this YouTube channel, and wait for you to see it pop up. If you need to, subscribe and hit the little bell thing that'll alert you when a new video's up. You don't have to subscribe. Obviously, we would prefer you subscribe to the channel. But if you don't, that's fine. Just, you need your answer. Now, in order to protect you, the person, you don't have to give your real name. That's fine. You can use a username or anything else. Or you can ask that we not even give your name. So, example, let's say Sally from Mission Viejo writes in, and I say, okay, Sally from Mission Viejo wants to know, what do I do about my boyfriend picking his nose? Okay, it's a dumb thing, but I'm just randomly coming up with that. Okay, and then we'll follow up with the answer. Now, if you want to remain anonymous, then what will happen is, depending on your viewpoint, if you want the city or the state or whatever mentioned, if you don't want anything to say, okay, an anonymous person has asked, what do I do about my boyfriend picking his nose? Okay, now, nobody's going to know that's you. We won't give any information other than what you ask us to give. And if you want to remain anonymous, or you just want to use a username, say, user123 asks, what do I do about my boyfriend picking his nose? Okay, again, remain anonymous. I don't even care. If your name's Sally and you want to put your name as Teresa, then do that. It doesn't matter for what we're doing. We're just here to help you. Again, Parent Nook is, I don't know what its status is going to be. It says account suspended. That's because the hosting company was not happy with some of the content. Now, the content was not adult themed, but they thought it was. So we did talk about relationships. When you talk about relationships, but we weren't getting into any kind of a porn area or anything like that. But again, I respect their position on that, and I will abide by that. When and if Parenthood comes back up, we will certainly promote it on Facebook and whatnot, so you can go back to doing that. If you have a comment on a video, any video for that matter, but if you have a comment or a question, let's do the nose picking one again. Sally from Mission Viejo, and say the reply is, maybe you have a reply. Well, granted, you're not part of the Parent Nook team, but that's all right. You can have an opinion. Use the comment section to post your comment. Okay, as long as it abides by YouTube's guidelines and it's not offensive or anything like that, we will certainly leave it there, because you're entitled to your opinion, and the person asking the question, in this case Sally, is entitled to other opinions, not just the opinion of the Parent Nook staff, as you could call it. Okay, so feel free to comment. If it's your video that's being commented on and you have a question as a follow-up to the video, then certainly again post it and we will reply. If it needs a reply, again, the reply will come from the consensus of the group. The reply won't come from me directly. It will come from the group. The group consists of other parents, other people that are in relationships. Again, people just like you and me. Nobody has an agenda. So it's not like it's a right-wing themed group or a liberal themed group or socialist, or, we're not. We're just average people coming from various different walks of life and various different viewpoints, coming up with just real answers from real people. That's how we promoted Parent Nook, and it's not going to be any different using the video side. It's real people, real answers, no agendas. Nobody's going to try and sell you something. Oh, well, if you buy my book, it'll tell you the answer. No, nobody's going to do that. If somebody does that on here, whether it be, well, it won't happen on the video, but if somebody posts something there, well, the answer to your questions in book so-and-so, no, that's going to be removed, because that's what this site's not about. Okay, if you want to recite a page or a paragraph from a book, say in the book blah blah blah, it says, that's fine. Well, we will permit that, but don't request anybody to buy a certain book or anything like that. That's not what this is about. This is about real answers from real people on real issues. It's not about promoting anything or getting any money or selling anything. We just want to get people their answers. Again, you can certainly remain anonymous. Okay, so let me run through that one more time before I close. If you have a parenting or relationship question, and we will address legal issues if you want. However, nobody in the group is an attorney. Well, what will happen if you say, well, how do I win custody of my child? We will just give you our personal opinions. Maybe we've dealt with a custody case in the past. Maybe we've been to court on it or something to that effect. Whatever it happens to be, we'll address it that way. Nobody's an attorney, so let me use that as a disclaimer right now. Any legal answers should not be considered as legal advice. If you have a legal issue, before you do anything, consult an attorney. Many will visit you, or not visit you. Many will allow a free office visit that'll cost you nothing, where you can get your answers. We will address legal issues, since most of us that have been in a courtroom or known somebody that has. We can certainly give our experience based on that. But again, no lawyers on here. Okay, so ask your question. Send it to the email address that will be at the end of this video. Once the video is read, or once the email has been read, it will be taken to the team. The team consists of myself and a few others. We will come up with a decision, a group decision, which may or may not agree with everybody in the group, but it will be a consensus of the group. 3 out of 5 or whatever, saying that, most of us agree or all of us agree that this is the way to attack this or deal with this issue. We will address your question on the video, and you will have your answer. If you have a comment or a further question, use the comment section of the video to ask that question or make that comment, and we will comment back. We will not make another video. That would get resisted. We'll have this chain of videos. But we will address it. It'll be just like a forum site, so to speak, since that's what we're replacing. We also put some of the articles that were on the Parent Nook site. I'll see about getting up here. I'm not sure how to do that since I actually can't even access the site at this point. There were lots of articles. So if you recall seeing an article on the site, if you were there, you can certainly do that, and we will do our best to address that as well. So look to this YouTube channel for your parenting relationship questions and for videos just on various subjects like spanking. All right, that was one of the topics that was on parentnook.com, not Parent Nook Forum. Okay, and so you can look at that too. So anyway, that's what it is. Watch for the email address at the end of this video. That will tell you the email address to send your question to. Make sure you specify whether you want to remain anonymous, if you want us to use your name, if you want us to use a username, if you want us to say the city or the state you're in. We don't have to do others, but if you sign the email Sally from Mission Viejo, and you don't tell us not to say that, when we make the reply video, it's going to say Sally from Mission Viejo wants to know blah, blah, blah. So be certain you specify whether you want to be named or not, or if you do want to be named, maybe you don't want the city, maybe you don't want the state. Anyway, tell us what you want, because we're not going to be able to read your mind, especially through an email. So please specify to us what it is you need and what it is you want, and we will remain anonymous. Okay? All right, so again, send your questions via email to the email address at the end of this video, and we will get back to you. In fact, if you wish, we will email you telling you that that video is up with a link to it. But make sure you specify that in the email that you send, that you want to be emailed when the video is up. The other solution is, again, subscribe. Hit the little bell on there that will alert you to any new videos on there. Obviously, any new video that goes up, you will be alerted to if you do that. It's totally up to you. If you want to be emailed when the video is up, we will do that and send you a link in the reply email, or you can subscribe, or you can just keep bouncing back in the channel and wait for us to do that. Once your question is submitted, give it 3 to 5 days for us to address, talk to, read, and then make the reply video. If you have not seen your question answered in 3 to 5 days, please email again saying, hey, you said 3 to 5 days. Sometimes things happen, people get busy, but we will certainly get on that right away, or tell you what the holdup is. Okay, thank you, have a good day, and I hope to be reading your emails soon.